Let's talk about deja vu, because a lot of you ask me about it. Not everyone is aware of this, but it's fascinating. Did you know that atoms and subatomic particles can be in two places at once, and that 99% of the human body is made up of atoms? 80 years ago, scientists discovered that it was possible to be in two locations at the same time. Not your whole body, but the tiny objects that make up what you are, like electrons and atoms. How is this possible? Because their world is controlled by a set of physical laws known as quantum mechanics. These wee bits and bobs of matter and energy are so tiny, and they're in such a constant state of flux and movement, that they're not only able to occupy two places at once, they're able to occupy an infinite number of locations simultaneously. And we know this to be a tried, tested, and true fact because we've been able to create and recreate these experiments in a controlled setting. But what no scientist knows is when they're gone, where they go. This raises about 1 trillion unanswerable questions that physicists find infuriating, but not so infuriating that they've decided to not bother searching at all. The nature of humanity is that we want to know. We need to know! And that's why we have the brilliant minds of 7.8 million scientists tirelessly working their brains to the stem to answer these questions and so many more. But putting those questions aside for a minute, let's talk about theoretical physics, because theories and hypotheticals are really fun. So, our solar system within our galaxy lives in the universe, of course, but many physicists are toying with the idea that a multiverse exists. And a multiverse is an uncountable collection of universes. And in all of those universes, there could be 1 trillion versions of you doing 1 trillion different things, living trillions of lives very similar to the one you're living now, but slightly different, with different outcomes. And some of those lives could be entirely different. So, if your atoms and subatomic particles are disappearing for split seconds all day, every day, because that's what they do. What if they're just popping back into all of the other versions of you, living out all of your other different lives in the multiverse? If that's the case, maybe that's why we have deja vu. When we recognize a place we've never been, or we swear we've done something that we've never done before, it's because in the multiverse, we've already been there and done that, or we're doing it right now. Your brain will be confused by deja vu because your brain was formed here, in this body. But your atoms, which retain all of your experiences and your memories within them, will fill your body with the sensation that you've experienced something before, and that's because you just did, in the multiverse. But this is just a hypothetical. I haven't been here before. Question everything, fact check, avoid confirmation bias, and stay curious, you delectable meatbags of matter and energy.